My name is Lauren, and welcome to the Shamu Up Close Experience. It is a privilege for all of us to care for, connect with, and celebrate SeaWorld's killer whales. For nearly 50 years, we've been honored to raise public awareness about these animals and how we are all connected to our one ocean. We hope that over the next few minutes we can share with you even more about killer whales and what they represent as our ocean's ambassadors. Now, no one understands the power of this wondrous connection between people and killer whales, as well as our SeaWorld trainers. And here's Allison to tell us some more.
Thank you, Lauren. Hi, everyone. My name is Allison. I'm over here on the left-hand side of the pool. It is great to have you with us today. Now, the first obvious question you may be thinking is, why are we not sitting in that huge stadium right over there? Well, that's a great question. In order to maintain the health and well-being of our animals, we periodically perform routine maintenance in different areas of the park to make sure that everything is always at its absolute best. So, while we're busy sprucing up the stadium, we are proud to have you visit us here in our backstage area for a truly unique perspective of our Shamu family. It is a privilege to work alongside these killer whales. As animal trainers, we're just a small part of a large, multifaceted SeaWorld team that's responsible for their care, health, and well-being. Like I said, you guys are in our backstage area right now, so you're going to get a close-up view of these killer whales. I'm going to give you some insider information, and you're going to get to see how we interact with these whales on a daily basis. We interact with these whales all throughout the day in a number of different ways. We call these interactions or sessions. So this session is pretty special because you're meeting 3 members of our Shamu family. We have 7 killer whales here at SeaWorld Orlando, and what's special about these is they are all directly related. On the right-hand side, giving you a great peck wave, is Nilani. Nilani is a 7-year-old juvenile female born right here at SeaWorld Orlando. Nilani's mother is Katina. Katina's going to come pose for you all in the middle, right in front of you. If you get your cameras ready, it's going to be a great photo opportunity. This is Katina. Katina is our oldest member of our Shamu family. She's 38 years old. And a really special fact about her is that she is our most successful mother. It is wonderful to watch her teach her children and just see how great of a mother she is every single day. Now, her other offspring is also in the pool. Last but not least is Mikhail. Mikhail is the youngest member of our Shamu family. He is 3.5 years old and was also born right here at SeaWorld Orlando. Like I said, we interact with our whales all throughout the day in a number of different ways. These kind of sessions, the one that you're getting to see, is going to be an exercise session. Just like you and me, we should go to the gym and work out so we stay healthy. Well, our whales don't go to the gym and lift weights, but what they do are these huge behaviors that you're seeing, and the fast swims and the high energy behaviors that really get their heart beating and their blood pumping to make sure they stay physically fit. Not only do we make sure our whales are mentally fit by challenging them with different behaviors, but these sort of behaviors are more geared towards that physicalness to make sure they're in peak condition. If you all get your cameras ready, on the right-hand side, I believe Katina, in the middle? Just kidding, there she goes with a beautiful back dive. This session, you're going to get to see a lot of those big jumps, so if you miss one, don't worry about it. I'm sure there's going to be one right close up to you. So what you just saw on stage was 2 of our trainers communicate to our whales using a hand signal. They did sort of a clap. Now what that clap means is it's asking our whales for a certain behavior, and that behavior is going to be another back dive. So if you get your cameras ready in the middle of the pool, right where the water was just tapped by that big Q-tip looking thing, beautiful back dive. Now what that Q-tip is, it's not actually a Q-tip, okay, let's be real. It's what we call a target pull, and it's what we can use to give our whales hints or help to complete a certain behavior. The way that we train our whales is by using positive reinforcement. Now what that basically means is that when we see something that we really like, for example, that behavior that we call a kicker on the right-hand side, and if we want to see those again, we draw a lot of positive attention to that. And we can do that in so many different ways. We can give them fish, We can give them ice, we can give them jello, we can give them a back rub, we can give them a toy. Now you might have thought, I thought you just give them fish. Well, if we just gave our whales fish for the amazing things they do, that would be pretty boring, you know? They wouldn't be very motivated. So we want it to be special each and every time they do something amazing. It's kind of like if you were to get a present. If someone gives you a present and you know what it's going to be every time, I don't think you're going to be very excited to open it. So what we do is make it different every time. So when you get a present, you know it's going to be something great, but you never know what it's going to be. Same goes for our whales. When they do something wonderful, they come back to us for that positive reward, but they're not sure what it's going to be. So what you guys are seeing right now is Makayo, our youngest whale, working on his back dive. Now this is really special because normally you wouldn't get to see them learning. Normally you come to our shows and you see the behaviors already all completed, but this is truly special because he's just now starting to work on that back dive all on his own. I just told you that we train our killer whales using positive reinforcement, but that's not the only way we can train our killer whales. What we can do is let our whales teach the other whales. For example, when Makayo was starting off on that back dive, you saw him go with Nalani, his sister. Just like that. So now Makayo, as he gets older and he starts to understand that behavior, we can send him on his own and give him little help and clues by using that target pull to really set him up for success so he can do it all on his own. The best thing we can do for teaching these behaviors is set our animals up for success. So what we do is we take those big behaviors that you're seeing and we break them down into small, easy, simple steps so it's really easy for our whales to understand and then build on. It's kind of like when you learn how to read. First you learn your ABCs, and then words, then sentences, and then you might read an easy book. But you're not going to start off with a ginormous novel because that would be too difficult. It would be too hard to learn that way. So the same principle works for our whales. On the left-hand side, you're seeing Katina do what we call a ventral bow, which means she's upside down. And I believe she might be doing one more on the right-hand side. Oh, just kidding, and that's completely okay. Now what we can do also is we can use what we call a tone box that we have on the stage, and we can press a button, or what we can do is use our whistles to tell the whales that they did a wonderful job and that they can just come right on back to us. So what might have just happened is Katina might have heard something that told her, oh, that's okay, don't do that jump. Come on back over here because you were already doing such a wonderful job. Earlier I was telling you that we communicate to our whales using different hand signals. We can also communicate to them by using our whistles. These whistles talk to them, well, don't talk to the whales, but communicate to them to tell them how wonderful they did and to come back for that special treat, like Katina's getting a big handful of fish. Well, we hope you've enjoyed this opportunity to learn more about killer whales. Just like us, killer whales learn through experience, observation, and cooperation. So when others see you and me taking care of the environment, like picking up trash on the beach, they're inspired to start making positive choices too. Through Shamu, we're reminded that each of us, by our choices, can make a difference in caring for our natural world. And if we all join together in cooperation, we can work wonders, and the beauty of our ocean will continue to thrive.
2014 is an historic year for our SeaWorld family of parks. We are currently celebrating our 50th anniversary. The work you see being done here at Shamu Stadium is just a small part of what promises to be the most exciting era in SeaWorld's history. And it's our hope that you'll join us again very soon for the next amazing chapter in the SeaWorld story.
On behalf of all of us here at Shamu Up Close, including our entire Shamu family, we want to thank you for joining us and hope you have a whale of a day right here at SeaWorld. Bye, everyone.
Folks, we'd like to invite all of you now to join us at Killer Whale Underwater Viewing, where you'll get a different and truly amazing perspective. There you'll learn even more about killer whales and have the opportunity to observe them from below the water. To access Killer Whale Underwater Viewing, exit to your left and turn to your right. Once again, to access Killer Whale Underwater Viewing, exit to your left and turn to your right. And have a whale of a day